Disclaimer: this video and all content within are intended for entertainment purposes only. The views, opinions, and narratives presented are speculative in nature and should not be taken as factual or legal advice. Viewer discretion is advised. When hip-hop's flashiest mogul stomps into a federal courtroom and finds his fiercest troll waiting outside with a camera crew, you know the next 3 minutes of your life are going to be wild. Sean Diddy Combs is fighting for his freedom on charges so serious they could lock him away for decades, yet 50 Cent is already filming a Netflix expose called Diddy Do It, and he swears every word that comes out of Combs' mouth is a lie. What makes this showdown explosive isn't just the rap beef, it's the stack of witness stories that keep painting Diddy as a kingpin who rules through fear, favours and blackmail tapes. Former assistant Capricorn Clark has now told the jury that Diddy once leaned in close and warned her, "If anything happens, I'll have to kill you." She says he carried that threat, and a gun, all the way to Kid Cudi's doorstep one brutal night in 2011. But that was only the opening shot. Capricorn Clark's first day on the job should have been glamorous. Chauffeured SUVs, red carpet fittings, jewel-studded itineraries. Instead, it ended in Central Park, long after the tourists were gone, with Diddy grilling her about an old family friend, Death Row Records founder Suge Knight. Clark recalls Combs pacing, voice low, making sure she understood the rules. No hidden alliances, no surprises, no Suge. "If you're tied to him," she remembers him saying, "I like guns." From that moment, Clark lived inside what prosecutors say was Diddy's empire of exploitation, a world fueled by late-night ecstasy runs, hush money payments, and a private security force that doubled as muscle. And then came the afternoon MTV run-in that lit a fuse. Spring 2006. Diddy struts into MTV's Times Square studios. Eyes on promotion, rumours swirling about rival endorsements. Down the hall, Curtis 50 Cent Jackson taping his own segment. Clark testifies she heard her boss mutter that he had an issue with 50. Minutes later, she watched him bark at security, "I don't like people, but I do like guns." That thin hallway became a frontier line. Within weeks, 50 Cent dropped a scathing mixtape bar accusing Combs of knowing exactly what happened to the notorious B.I.G. The digital disc caught fire. Brand deals stiffened. The Ciroc versus Effin' Vodka war broke out, and a decade-long meme parade began, each side accusing the other of being fake, desperate, or worse. Yet grudges hit hardest when innocent people get caught in the crossfire. Cassie Ventura's romance with Diddy looked like a celebrity fairy tale, until leaked hotel footage showed him shoving her against a hallway wall. The clip stunned the internet and, according to 50 Cent, proved that everything that N-word says is a lie. Behind closed doors, prosecutors say Combs threatened to release explicit recordings of Cassie if she ever walked away. Clark backs that up, recalling nights when the mogul waved a hard drive, bragging that no one would dare betray him. Then Cassie started seeing Kid Cudi. Diddy, livid, allegedly forced Clark into his car, gun on the seat, roared to Cudi's Hollywood Hills home, and smashed inside looking for the rapper. Cudi later testified his prized vintage sports car was firebombed weeks later, and Diddy's paranoia wasn't limited to new flames. Old ghosts lurked too. The East Coast-West Coast feud had cooled, but Suge Knight's name still made headlines. Cassie told the jury that Diddy once plotted an armed diner ambush after spotting Knight in Los Angeles, even stuffing a trunk with weapons. Clark says she was interrogated for hours over any contact with Knight's circle. Prosecutors argue the pattern: bullying assistants, stalking rivals, hoarding tapes, supports the racketeering charge, painting Combs as the sole boss of a decades-long intimidation network. While old grudges simmered, 50 Cent loaded a different kind of ammunition. G-Unit Film and TV is already months into production on Diddy Do It, directed by Alex Stapleton. Former bodyguards and housekeepers have signed NDAs with Netflix to spill what they saw. Hidden cameras in bedroom vents, freak-off parties that required phone check-ins at the door, and a ledger of hush payments. 50 Cent told The Hollywood Reporter he never trusted Combs' parties because people might have had too much fun, and they don't know what was filmed. He promised to donate profits to alleged victims, a pledge that turned him from petty rival to self-styled crusader. But as cameras roll, prosecutors weave their own documentary, Inside the Courtroom. Legal analysts describe the government's case as a classic RICO build, show a pattern, threats here, payoffs there, drugs everywhere, and convince a jury that Combs ran it all like a mob boss with a microphone. One expert notes that if every racketeering element sticks, Diddy could be facing 15 years to life. The indictment lists weapons possession, forced drug use, and bribery of public officials. Witnesses talk about Combs wiring thank you payments to officers who quashed 2 a.m. noise complaints and parking violations at mansion parties. And outside the courthouse, the ripple effects hit the culture hard. Sean John Apparel vanished from Macy's racks after civil lawsuits piled up in 2023. Revolt TV quietly accepted Combs' resignation. Disney iced a reality show pilot. Hulu killed a family doc-series. And advertisers started whispering that #surviving Diddy might go viral any minute. And it did, trending for hours after Cassie's settlement. On TikTok, creators splice Clark's sobbing testimony beside slow-motion shots of Cuddy's destroyed Ferrari, overlaying captions like, "This isn't hip-hop, this is RICO." The hashtag Diddy is a monster spikes whenever 50 Cent posts a meme of the mogul photoshopped into an orange jumpsuit. Yet one final question keeps echoing through hip-hop. If a billionaire built his empire on fear, a network so tight that even megastars stay silent, does justice finally break the spell, or does the culture simply move on to the next scandal? Prosecutors still have 6 weeks of witnesses lined up, and 50 Cent is already teasing Season 2. Diddy, for his part, stares straight ahead in court, every day in the same tailored suit, refusing a plea deal, betting that charisma can outshine allegations. So here's the bottom line. The verdict might come down to whether jurors believe Capricorn Clark's trembling voice or Combs' million-dollar grin. Hollywood may worry about party footage, brands may yank endorsements, TikTok may milk another hashtag, but the bigger reckoning is simple. If Combs walks, the industry shrugs and red carpet flashbulbs keep popping. If he falls, the message echoes louder than any diss track. No throne in music is worth the secrets it took to build it. Keep your notifications on, because tomorrow's witness could flip the whole story or confirm your worst suspicions. And trust me, you don't want to miss the next twist.